Yes, if you can hear me, please signify with an emoji or wave your hands or say hello in the comment section. Say hello in the comment section. If you can hear me, say hello to the comment section. All right. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for everybody. I wouldn't want to start straight away without getting people. So I'm still waiting. Let me see. Wave your hands in the comment section. Say something. You can say welcome back. Just say something so I would know people are listening to me and they are connected and you people are ready. So I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. All right. Yes, yes, yes. That's good. I can see comments. I can see comments already. All right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Henry Abejiri, and welcome back to today's session of the Skill Acceleration Bootcamp 2020. So, ladies and gentlemen, assuming we were in the physical, or I'll have said everybody should put their hands together for themselves, but then things are virtually. So, please, I want you to just say something. Just say welcome back, say hello, wave your hands, anything. Just show a gesture, and so I would know, okay, we are connected and everybody. Let me see the comment sessions rolling. Wave your hands, dance, anything you want to do. Good evening, everyone. Sonia, I can see you. Good evening. Good evening. Yes, we are live. So, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, my name is Henry Abejiri, and I'm the moderator for this evening's session. So we've had an amazing day so far. All the sessions we've had have been amazing. I joined in and whoo, man, that's a lot. It's a lot to cover. And tomorrow is another day. Sunday is another day. By 10, we had Simone Eng, and she talked about mastering the art of human connection. By 12, we had the second session, which was taken by Adiola Babatunde, and which was about the art of creating powerful presentation. And by 3 p.m., we had the third session on building your social capital by Chioma. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are excited to be in the fourth session for today, please put your hands together. Oh, I just remember this is virtual, so reply with an emoji. I can see comments rolling in, rolling in. Keep on commenting. Let us know what is going on. Please, let's engage, because we don't just want this to be like a one-way train. So we need to engage ourselves. All right. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Now, without wasting so much of our time, we are going into today's session. If you are ready for today's session, this evening's session, please drum roll, drum roll, drum roll, drum roll, drum roll, drum roll, drum roll. I want to see the drum roll. Everybody, drum roll. All right. We are having. Are you ready? We are having Orifunke Lawal, and she will be talking about employability skills. Employability skills. And I'll read a brief bio of Orifunke. Please hold on a bit. Let me get the bio out. All right. Orifunke Lawal is a graduate of geography from the Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, Nigeria. She's primarily a creator who develops actionable content that helps people get better in their personal lives, careers, brands, and businesses. She has a collective experience in social media management, content development, SEO, branding and communications, and marketing in the fashion, e-commerce, and financial service sectors. She is the founder of Lady with Balls, an online community that helps women achieve their goals through necessary resources, procedures, and events. She has also founded Graduate Mentor Africa, an initiative that has stemmed from a desire to see it that finalists and fresh graduates are equipped with the kind of knowledge they need to survive and excel in the real world. Orifunke has hosted, organized, and facilitated numerous classes on courses around relevant topics like personal branding, marketing, SEO, career choice and development, content creation, storytelling, to mention a few. She's also the author of two short books, The Art of Social Writing for Personal Brands and Businesses, and The 25 for 25, a memoir that details some of the major things that have happened in all her years on earth. She's such she's an advocate of gender equality and inclusion. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please, with a round of applause, let's welcome our speaker for today. She speaks on employability skills. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Orifunke Lawal.
Hi, thank you so much, Erin. Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. My name is Orifunke Lawal. I usually like to get acquainted with people I am talking to. So if you do not mind, I'd like you to drop your names in the comments. I'll just read through and then it will make me more familiar with the room. So let me know your name or your name and your surname. So I'll be waiting for comments to roll in so I can get to meet you. Hi.
Comments rolling in. Keep the comments rolling in. Introduce yourselves.
Thank you, Ari. Oh, hi, Double Esther. Hi, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Hi, Gabriel Olabi. Extremely nice to meet you. Hi, Abu. Hi, Madwa 4. Hi, Ifinaya. Hi, Itino Isaac. Hi, Ogbona. Hi. All right. Okay. I think, okay. All right. I Umpe. Please pardon me if I didn't get the spelling correctly. Okay. All right. All right, guys. I think I'm familiar with a number of names. I think I've called about 10 names or thereabouts. And yes, I want to say thank you everybody for joining. I feel really excited to be here. I am very excited to be here. Like really excited. Aside the fact that it's a topic that I am really passionate about. I want to commend you for registering for this. And I mean, it just shows that you're ready to grow. So thank you very much for joining. Thank you to Victoria. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I do not take it for granted. Thank you to the organizers at Skill Factory Africa. You guys are doing an amazing job. Thank you very much. Okay, so now let's move into the game. When I was in the university, and some of you might have heard this a whole lot of times, right? When I was in the university, there was this thing that they used to say every day, every time. And they used to say that there are no jobs in the market. I mean, you must have heard of that before. You used to say, oh, there are no jobs in the market. And after a while, it moved from people saying that, oh, there are no jobs in the market to, uh, there are jobs, but there are no employable graduates. How many of us can relate? And so it always felt like, okay, maybe getting out of the university or getting out of tertiary institution would mean that your fate is in God's hands, and you're not so sure you're going to find a job. And today I'm going to be taking you through how to become employable, because of course we all know that there are jobs. There might not be adequate jobs, but trust me, there are jobs. So the question now is, do you fit the jobs that there are? Are you employable enough to land the kind of job that we want? So what is employability? When we talk about employability, right, it is not just being able to get a job. And I believe that this is where a whole lot of fresh graduates or a whole lot of entry level people get it wrong. Even not just entry level, I mean, even people, because I've seen people who have been in the game for a while have problems with that. So being employable does not mean being able to land any kind of job. It is being able to land the kind of job that you want. So there has to be a certain desire, there has to be a kind of job that you want, and your employability level is dependent on how you are able to get that particular job. And this means that in most cases, employability is very relative. So you might be employable for a particular kind of job, and you might not be employable for another kind of job. So a whole lot of times I see people miss out on this particular thing. They just feel like, I'm looking for a job. I'm looking for like, people reach out to me and they're like, Orifunke, I just finished school, or Orifunke, I'm looking for a new job. And then you ask them, okay, the first question I always ask is, what kind of job do you want? Because there are loads of jobs out there in different sectors, in different industries. So I like to know what kind of job you want. And there are lots of times when I ask them, okay, so what kind of job do you want? So I know where to start my help from. I know how to start helping you. And a lot of times they just tell me, any job. And if you feel like any job is going to land you a job, you're wrong, because any job means no job. Anything means nothing. So the first thing to realize is that you cannot be qualified for every kind of job there is out there. And that's why a lot of people are not focused. They are just trying to send their CVs to different kinds of companies all around the place. Why? Because there's no goal, there's no plan, there's no focus. They're just looking for any job. So if you fall in that place, in that segment, please, you need to repent. You need to change. You need to have a goal. What kind of job do you want? If you have a notepad, please write it down. What kind of job do you want? When I was in 200 level, and if you follow me, you've probably heard this story before. Yeah. So when I was in 200 level, a friend of mine asked me, "Okay, so what kind of job do you want after you finish school?" And I was like, I was in 200 level. I was like, I'm just in 200 level. I have I had like two more sessions to go. I had 4 semesters to go. No, it was 4 semester 200 level. So I had enough time to play around, to pass my exams. And then I just told my friend, I don't know. I'm not thinking about what I want to do after school. But that question that he asked me, it prompted me to go back and, sit down and ask myself, okay, Orifika, what exactly do you want to do after school? Because you need a direction as soon as possible. I didn't want to get out of school and then start looking for just any job. So when another friend asked me again in second semester at 200 level, okay, Orifika, what would you like to be doing after school? I already had a sense of direction. I didn't know exactly what I was going to be doing, but I had a sense of direction about what I wanted to do. I said, okay, you know what? After school, I think I want to be doing something around social media management, writing, editing, all of that stuff. And then he told me that, okay, since you already know what you want to start doing, you know how to start studying for it, you know how to start preparing for it. So when I finished, or when I was writing my final exams in 400 level, and people started asking me, I mean, you're your final year, and the people are always going to ask you, what next, what next? And people started asking me, okay, so Rafika, what next? I started telling people, well, I'm not totally sure, but I know that I want opportunities around social media marketing, digital marketing, writing, and editing. And all my jobs, like I've been on 3 jobs. All my jobs have been in that line. And I got a job like immediately after I finished my final year project. It's not to brag anyway, but I'm just letting you know that it was a lot easier for me because I had a goal. I had a sense of direction based on what I had done in school, based on places I had volunteered in school. So it was a lot easier for me to say, okay, you know what? These are the kind of opportunities that I need. So I have skills in branding and corporate communications, content creation, digital marketing, social media management, and the digital world. But if somebody comes to meet me and says they want to give me a job in an agricultural company, I will not be able to take it up. Why? Because I'm not skilled. I'm not in that line. So it means that I am not employable for opportunities in the agricultural world. If somebody comes to meet me and says that there's a job waiting for people in the health sector, I cannot qualify. So it is very, very important to know that there has to be a goal, there has to be a focus. What kind of job do you want? Or what kind of career do you want? What industry are you looking at? Make sure you write it down, because that is how you start to practice. That is how you start to get ready for being employable. So I believe I've been able to explain what employability means. It means being ready and being qualified for the kind of job that you want. So there's a kind of job that you want. There's you being ready for that job. So if there's a kind of job that you want and then you're not ready for it, it means you're not employable for that kind of job. If there's a kind of job that you want and you're not qualified for it, it means you're not employable for it. So now, the next thing I'm going to be talking about is building blocks of employability. So if you're with me, please just drop comments so I know that you're following and I know that my network is not doing anyhow. All right, so building blocks of employability. And under this, I'm going to be talking about 5 major things. I'm going to try to be as fast as possible because this is a lot. It's a lot to take in, but please just roll with me. So I'm going to be talking about 5 major themes, and then the number 1 is skills. The number 1 building block of employability is skills. The number 2 building block of employability is knowledge. Knowledge. The number 3 building block of employability is experience. The number 4 building block of employability is network. The number 5 building block of employability is visibility. So you have skills, knowledge, experience, network, and visibility. So if you got that, please just type in the comment section so that I know that you are following. I like to use acronyms a lot, so I have it as SKENV, SKEN. It doesn't mean anything, but like it sticks in my head. All right, so let's go to skills. Skills are your path into the career world, into whether you're getting a new job or you are just starting or you're trying to switch your careers. The question boils down to what skills do you have? And a whole lot of times when we talk about skills, especially in this world, everybody is saying get a skill, earn a skill, buy a skill, skill this, skill that, and nobody's answering the questions of what kind of skill do I need and how exactly can I get the skills that are relevant? Because the truth is that there are a whole lot of skills and not all skills are relevant to you. So you need to know the kind of skills that are relevant to you so that you're not just going to be all over the place trying to do everything and anything. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? But at the bottom line, at the top of the pyramid for advancing your career or starting your career, for being employable is asking yourself, what skills do you have? If anybody is going to employ you, they are going to have to ask these questions. Like, okay, what skills do you have? How can you use the skills that you already have? So there are 2 major kinds of skills. You have hard skills and soft skills. Hard skills and soft skills. Soft skills are, you certainly know about soft skills. I mean, everybody talks about soft skills. I mean, they are regular, but we do not place a whole lot of factors on hard skills. Now, art skills are important because you will most likely not get a job without them. You won't get jobs without relevant art skills. So art skills are usually industry specific. Art skills are relevant for a particular position, for a particular sector, for a particular job that you're trying to find. So if and art skills vary, they vary across industries, they vary across boards. And usually when people put out job vacancies, what they are looking for primarily is your art skill. So there's a job about accounting. I did study accounting in school. I don't have an ICANN. I mean, I didn't take the ICANN exam or ACCA. I have nothing. Like I really don't know anything about accounting. Like, okay, not like I don't know anything about accounting, but I don't know anything about accounting to function in an accounting role. It means I do not have the art skills for accounting. So if I see an accounting job and I apply for it, it is only by miracle and magic that I'll be able to get it. Why? Because I don't have the art skills for it. And as if you're starting a new role or if you're entering into, I mean, the way they say you enter into the new world, if you're entering into the new world, it is very, very important to ask yourself, okay, so what art skills can I get? Because without art skills, you can't get a job. Okay, I don't want to be so absolute, but without art skills, you most likely will not get a job. So the mistake a lot of people make is they try to focus on getting soft skills. Soft skills are important. I'm going to come back to them. They try to focus on soft skills a whole lot. But art skills get you the job. Soft skills keep you there. So both of them are important, but see the art skills as the one that just allows you enter into the door, that gives you the access into the door. If not, you won't enter there. You won't enter there enough to show them your soft skills. So how do you get relevant skills? The number one question I already asked before, what kind of job do you want? Now, don't just pick any kind of job. Don't just sleep and wake up and decide that, okay, you know what? I want to go into digital marketing. Don't just sit down and just decide. And I understand that there could be a shortage of jobs, and that's what makes people just, look for what is available. But there are different ways to consider the kind of art skills you want to get. The number two thing after deciding what kind of job you want, the number two thing is asking yourself, what did I study? And is my course of study relevant? I know most people have nothing to do with what they studied. Yeah, I don't. I mean, I've not used my degree since I graduated, and I studied geography. But your first call is, can I use this degree to get a job? What are the opportunities that are available to me in this sector? Don't just wake up and say, they said there are no jobs in geography. Oh yeah, I'm not going to find anything. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? You need to ask yourself, okay, are there jobs? And if there are jobs in the sector that, or in my course of study, are there kinds of jobs that I want? Can they pay me well? What are the growth prospects? How many companies major in this course of study? What are the opportunities of me being promoted or climbing up the career ladder? These are things that you need to ask. So if you have decided that, okay, the course of study, what I studied, it cannot work, then you now want to ask yourself, okay, so what are the things that I am passionate about? What are the things that I am more inclined to doing? Because if you do not think about these things, you will end up getting a job. You might end up getting a job that you hate so much because you were just thinking about the money. You were just thinking about, you know what, everybody is doing this, let me just do it. So you need to ask yourself, what am I more inclined to? What am I likely to really enjoy? And what are the opportunities in this field? It's important that whatever it is that you want to do, be happy. Yes, if not, you would spend years. And it's always hard to switch careers. So if you don't start on the right foot, it gets harder as you grow to switch to a career that you eventually love. Because You start wondering, okay, I'm already earning. How am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to pay my rent? How am I going to feed my family and all of that? So you want to ask yourself, okay, what am I more inclined to? What am I passionate about? And then you want to ask yourself, what are the highly paid skills in my sector? There are highly paid skills and there are lowly paid skills. There are highly paid skills. Highly paid skills are skills that have the opportunity or have the tendency to pay you a lot. So you want to consider, okay, what are the, unless of course, I mean, money is not important to everybody. Like money is not a big deal to everybody. So I understand. If money is not a big deal to you, of course, you can skip this particular part. But if you are keen about, okay, what sells, you need to look for highly paid or highly paying skills that are in the sector that you know, okay, you are interested in and it can sell for you. Do you understand? Please, if you understand what I'm trying to say, please drop a comment so I know that you are following me. All right, so art skills are relevant to to a particular company, to a particular role, to a particular industry. Art skills are what your KPIs are measured upon, right? So when you get a job, they measure you on soft skills, but primarily what they'll measure you on, or what would be your base of measurement, are the art skills that you have. So if you don't have art skills, you won't be able to get in the door and you won't be able to advance. So I hope they are very, very clear on art skills, right? Art skills are very, very industry specific. So now I move on to soft skills. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, yes. Okay, we're following. Okay, you guys are here. All right, thank you. So we're moving on to soft skills. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, okay, beautiful, fantastic. So we're moving on to soft skills. Soft skills are, the opposite of hard skills, definitely, but they are skills that are transferable. So if you have a soft skill, it means that it can work for you everywhere. Soft skills are important everywhere. So when you're doing your interview or when somebody is assessing you, they're usually asking, okay, so this person has the hard skills, right? This person can function on this role, but just what relevant soft skills does this person have? And how can they function well? How can they enter? How can they be comfortable with the company culture? Because your soft skills are what will ensure that you stay in a company for long without getting fired. Well, apart from art skills, because if you don't deliver, they are most likely going to fire you. But soft skills would help you grow in a company or in an industry. It's going to help you get promoted more easily than if you just have art skills. So your soft skills majorly complement your art skills, and that's why they are important. So your soft skills have to do with, I'm going to divide them into three major things, and I hope we are following. I know it's a lot to take in, but I'm going to be as patient and as fast as possible. Okay, so soft skills are how you relate with people, and under that, this relating with people, you have interpersonal skills or relational skills. Are we following? And then there are also another part of soft skills that you also need to take seriously is how you can make things happen, and this is also known as problem solving skills. And the final thing is how you can communicate effectively. And I'm going to come and shake this table, but I'm coming. So the final thing is how you are able to carry others along, and that is called communication and leadership skills. That is under communication and leadership skills. So there are actually a lot of soft skills, but usually what you would need to scale in the world, especially when you're just starting out, are these three things. Yeah. So you have number one, you have interpersonal skills. Number two, you have problem solving skills. And number three, you have leadership and communication skills. So let me go on to number one, interpersonal skills. A lot of times people say they have interpersonal skills, but they don't. So for you to decide whether you have interpersonal skills, right? Note down, what do people think about me? Do you know that? Yeah. Okay. Let me just ask you: have you ever worked on a team with somebody that you did not want to work, or you just did not like working with at all? And have you worked with on a team with somebody that you liked working with because you know, oh, this person is. Sometimes people say, ah, this person is a nice person. Oh, she's friendly. Oh, is jovial. Oh, is this and is that. But it all boils down to your interpersonal skills, and that is one of the things that you need to work on if you have not already started working with it. So your interpersonal skills usually is what you consider company culture. I'm going to give you a few instances. So some time back, I learned that one major aspect, I don't want to say type, of interpersonal skills is now you get into an office in the morning. Nobody is begging you, actually. Nobody's begging you, but you get into an office in the morning and then you don't smile, you don't greet anybody around there. You just walk in, or you're just the kind of grumpy person that you you just don't like dealing with people. Of course, people will not like dealing with you. If you're the kind of person that you're always like, ah, I like being on my own, I don't like any problem, I just want to be on my own. People are not going to, like to work with you. If you are the kind of person where they're always saying, ah, let's, and this is one thing I learned. Like I learned. So normally when I first started, I wasn't the kind of person, yeah, who you will say, okay, let's go to, let's have an outing. We work folks. I wasn't the kind of person who would do that. I was just like, I don't like to go out. I want to go home, and off I go. And then I had to learn that, you see, sometimes the thing that will cost you your next promotion is when they go to that house that they will say it. But you won't know because you are staying in your house. So you need to be able to flow with the company culture. You need to be able to deal with people. You need to be able to talk to people. You need to be able to respect people. Yes, you need to be able to respect people, put people first. You need to be genuinely interested in people. All of these things count. And at the bottom of, or at the basis of having good or great interpersonal skills is asking yourself, how can I help other people? What can I do better today when it comes to other people? Interpersonal skills are actually a lot, and I don't want to start going into details, but it still boils down to, what do people think when you come into the room? When you come to the office, what do people think? If you don't know what people think about you, look at the most honest people you have in your life and send them a question. What do you honestly think about? Tell them you're not going to be annoyed if they tell you the truth. That you're too grumpy. You don't like to smile. You don't like. Tell them to tell you the truth so that it's going to allow you know what you should work on, what you should do more of, and what you should do less of, and what you should stop doing. So the second phase of soft skills I'm going to be talking about is problem solving skills. My God. And I learned this on my second job. Under problem solving, I'm also going to be talking about proactivity. Being proactive. You see, as somebody who wants to grow, as somebody who wants to be employable, you need to be very proactive. Being proactive, being a problem solver means that you can see a problem before it is raised. If they are always raising a problem about something before you realize it is not going to work for you. It's not going to work for them. You're going to keep thinking that this person lacks initiative. A lot of fresh graduates, a lot of people don't know that initiative is an actual skill that people look out for. It's an actual skill that gets people promoted. So it's you asking yourself, people asking, okay, what kind of person is that kind of person? I mean, does it think about problems before they arise? Does he anticipate problems? So I know that in real life, yes, sorry, in usual life, they're always saying that expect the worst, expect the best, and prepare for the worst. But when it comes to your career life, you must consistently be asking yourself, what can go wrong and how can it be solved? What can go wrong and how can it be solved? It is not being pessimistic, it is being realistic. You can't just be anywhere and then every single time, every single, every other time, A problem is always arising without you realizing it. So yes, there's a part of being proactive. There's a part of being able to solve a problem. And if you're ever on any role where you have a problem or something goes wrong, the best thing to do is to start to find a solution immediately. Okay, what can I do to ensure that this works? What can I do to ensure that this flies? Okay, so it usually would require you asking relevant questions, asking people, and that's why it's important to have good interpersonal skills. So when something goes wrong, there are people you can ask. Okay, so what do you think I should do right here, and what do you think I should do right now? I mean, I've had cases like that in my short career life where something went wrong, and then I had to really ask people, even if they were referring directly on my team, okay, what do you think I should do? That would not have happened if I did not have good interpersonal skills. So you need to be proactive, you need to be able to ask questions so you can solve problems, and you need to always ask yourself, what is the best way that this can be done? Like, what is the best way that this can be done? You need to be thinking about not just how to do the best job, but how to do the best job in the least record time. It's not just okay, so you have something to do and then whatever it is, the usual way or the conventional way is going to take you 3 hours or 3 days. There's always a need to ask, okay, so how can I get this done in the shortest time? And I learned this on my second job. So I worked with a boss, and he always, when I first started, he used to give me some really, really crazy tasks. And whenever I asked me, I'll be like, this thing that you are giving me would take me nothing less than 3 days to finish. I kid you not. I'm like, it's going to take me nothing less than 3 days. And he'll be like, go and get it done. And then I'll go and start working on that thing. And then I'll start working from maybe like 8 in the morning. And sometimes I'll spend more than the time I should spend on it. And then one day he just told me that the only thing you actually need is to ask me, what or how can I do this faster? Like, that's the only thing that I needed. So when he told me that, I began to realize that most of the chores you're going to be doing at work, in life, they have shortcuts that will give you the desired response. So if you see that something is always taking your time, and especially as time management is key whenever they're considering hiring you or you getting a promotion, always ask yourself, how exactly can I get this done in the least record time, so that you don't just go and die on one particular task. You do one task for 7 days when you could easily just do it for 3 days and less. Okay, so usually whenever you have interviews, they ask you questions around this. Or tell us about one time you had a problem and you solved it. That's what it means. Or tell us about one time you had a clash with a colleague and how did it go? How did you make it work? So now the last one I'm going to be talking about, my time is going, but don't worry, we're going to do this. It's communication and leadership skills. Sure, you know that a lot of times when you're writing your CV and you put soft skills, there's a excellent communication skills. Fam, if you're like that, you need to go and think about excellent communication. But some people don't have excellent communication skills, but you put it in your CV. It is not a cliche, okay? It is not a cliche. Communication is an actual skill that needs to be learned. So you have two types of communication skills. Oh God, this is a lot. So number one, you have verbal communication and you have non-verbal communication. Verbal communication is being able to communicate or being able to relate your thoughts, your ideas, your opinions in such a way that the other person is persuaded, the other person gets you perfectly. And this is what happens when you go to an interview. They may not know what you've done in the past. You might not even have any form of experience, but how you are able to talk to them, how you're able to communicate what you have done in the past will give you an edge over other candidates. So verbal communication is how you talk, okay? How you talk. So it's not just how you talk, okay? It also boils down to your body language. So you can see the way I'm talking now. Imagine I was just talking like, hi everyone, good evening. There's a kind of energy that you get from me talking how I am talking, and me talking Yeah. Okay. So it's nice to have you guys here, and Okay. So it tells. I mean, verbal communication tells, and it helps in relating whatever it is that you want to relate. So it boils down to your communication skills. So it boils down to your body language. And when you're talking about your body language, you're talking about eye contact. Some of you cannot look at people straight in the eyes. If you look at it straight, it looks like you want to enter the ground. Please, you need to start practicing how to look at people straight in the eyes. If it's going to be looking at your daddy or your mommy or your whoever it is, start to practice looking straight in the eyes. Because if you're always like doing your eyes left, right, and then you're not able to communicate effectively with people are going to think that you are either lying or you don't have confidence. And if you let people think that you don't have confidence, don't be. Okay, so it boils down to eye contact. It boils down to, when you're sitting down, sitting upright. So there's a way you sit down, and especially at interviews, and you communicate that, oh, I know what I am doing, and I am here for the job. Not that you just go and sit down, you're like, you just sit down and then you just slouch, and it feels like maybe you're in your father's house, or it feels like you're just waiting for God to just come and help you. That's not how it works. You need to be able to sit upright whenever you're working, whenever you're talking to people, because it communicates to other people that you are bold and that you are confident. So don't slouch or stop slouching. Sit upright. Also, when there's a way you also answer a question when you are being asked. Okay, and then the interviewer can tell her, now this person is not the person for the job. This person is not employable. And then they ask you a question, and then they can say that you are already jittery. They can say that you're already scared. You need to communicate confidence when you're talking to people, when you're sitting down, when you're looking at them, and when they're looking at you. Now we'll go to written communication. Written communication, it's normal basic writing. Please, one skill that has the capacity, you can say I'm taking this slowly so you understand how serious I am about this. One skill that has the capacity to change your life is writing. I don't know how you want to learn how to write, but please go and learn how to write. Like it's one skill that has the capacity to advance you. It's one skill that has the capacity to absolutely change your life. Because a lot of times, if you don't know how to write, you're not able to communicate your worth, you're not able to communicate your value, you're not able to communicate your achievements. If you want to start, okay, you want to start reading a book, see how other people write, and then start practicing, you want to start writing every day, please learn how to write. It is important. I've met with, or I've received emails from graduates who do not know how to write emails. And I'll be like, how did you go to school? Like, did you write exams? You wrote exams, you wrote theory exams, right? You wrote like, how did you pass? So, and it happens way too often. People graduate who do not know how to write. If you do not know how to write, see, you're not employable. That's the bottom line. See, that's how crucial it is. So you need to go and learn how to write seriously, and communicating, whether you're talking verbally or you're writing. It doesn't mean that you are blowing big grammar or big English. No, it's not in the vocabulary. It is a simplicity, especially when you're writing emails. Don't be writing emails to people and then you want to blow off their head. So it is very important to learn how to write. In fact, it is writing and public speaking, like those two things. And presentation, I believe somebody already took presentation or will take presentation skills. But writing and public speaking are two skills that can take you far in life. Okay, so I've already addressed skills, and then my time is fast spent, but I'm going to run through the remaining ones. So the next one is knowledge. Now, when you're just starting out your career journey, you may not have you may not have so many skills, especially hard skills. You may have soft skills, but you may not have hard skills. So at this point in time, at this stage, it's very, very important to be very curious. I find it very, 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 very ridiculous when I see graduates that are not inquisitive. I'm not saying you should ask these silly questions, but you need to learn how to ask questions regularly. Like, this happens too much. I'm like, you're a graduate, you should know how to ask questions. You might not have every kind of knowledge at your fingertips or at your disposal, but you have a large amount of the things that you use or you need on Google. There's YouTube. But simple questions, just have to Google a question, and then you're not doing that. Like I've had people like they ask me questions. I'm like, this the answer to this is on Google. Have you asked Google? And that's how a whole lot of people, you're looking for a career mentor, and then you're asking your career mentor a question that could be on that you can find on Google. That's not how to work. So please and please, before you think about asking anybody any question, always find your way to Google first. There's like everything that you need on Google. If you don't like reading, go to YouTube. You will see videos. And if you don't like video, go to Anchor or Google Podcasts. You will see enough podcasts I can listen to. So be the kind of person who is always asking, what does this mean? What is this? You see a new word, go to Google and check it. You see an article, go there and read it. Don't just everything you're not growing, you're not doing anything. So it is very, very important that you are very, very inquisitive. Like it is you need to be very inquisitive. You need to always ask relevant questions, because without relevant questions, you will not get the relevant answers. So I believe I've touched on knowledge, watching videos, listening to podcasts, reading books and articles, finding a mentor who is going to guide you along the line. But it all boils down to being inquisitive. Because if you're not curious, if you're not inquisitive, you are not going to get the relevant answer. So, people usually say curiosity kills the cat. But for me, I say indifference kills the cat. Indifference has a higher possibility of killing the cat than curiosity. So please be more scared of being indifferent than being curious. And if you have to choose between being indifferent and being inquisitive, please pick being inquisitive, because that's how you get your answers. All right, so now the next line I'm going to talk about, so the next one I'm going to talk about, and this is very, very important, it is experience. A lot of a lot of fresh graduates or people who are trying to switch careers are always asking themselves, saying, they're looking for 3 years experience, they're looking for 5 years experience, they're looking for 1 year experience. I don't have an experience. So because you're already at a disadvantage because you don't have experience, you need to start thinking about the ways through which you can gain something that is as similar or that can count for experience. Do you understand what I'm saying? And one of the ways you can look at this is internships. You need to focus on especially when you're just starting out, because nobody in the career world wants to pay or want to hire and pay somebody who has no experience, or let me say no relevant experience. So put yourself in the shoes of your employer. Would you hire somebody who doesn't have any experience? How are they going to know what to do? You're going to be wasting money. And so when people say, oh, we can't hire you because you have this experience, it's not because they hate you, it's not because you're partial, it's because it's what you would do if you were in those shoes. So you need to explore internship opportunities. Now, there are a lot of internship opportunities. Now, the truth is that for internship opportunities, you usually need some form of knowledge or some form of experience to get them. So I see a whole lot of people that they say, I'm looking for internship opportunities, and they don't have any form of experience, and then they don't get picked for internship opportunities, and then it feels unfair. But but the truth is that that's how life works. Sometimes, of course, sometimes you're able to get internship opportunities without having any serious experience. But a whole lot of times, you cannot get relevant internship opportunities without knowledge, which boils down to the previous point I raised about why you need to seek knowledge regularly and why you need to be inquisitive. Okay, so internship opportunities, and then so now you have tried applying to internship opportunities, and then you've not found any, you haven't found any, and you've not had any luck. So the question you now want to ask yourself is, okay, so how else can I find, or how else can I gain experience that may not be totally what I want or what they need, what that is going to be sufficient enough? So you need to start looking at volunteer opportunities. Please, volunteer opportunities are really, I can see Erin here. I'm almost done. Don't worry, I'm almost done. Volunteer opportunities are relevant because they give you the access a lot of times that you may not get to get an internship. So volunteer opportunities, please don't wait for somebody to announce that they have a volunteer opportunity for you. You need to be proactive. You see somebody is running something, and then you can see that, okay, being on that team means you're going to gain relevant skills that would help them. Be proactive and meet with them. Okay, please, can I volunteer with you? You see, if you're volunteering, you're not looking at money because you know that what you get is what is going to give you money. If you don't get those skills, if you don't get that experience, you may not get the money that you're looking for. So if you're looking for there are some paid volunteer opportunities, but if you are just starting out, it is important to be very, 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 very proactive. So somebody is working on something. How can you work on that thing so that you can get the experience that you need? Also, stop volunteering aimlessly. Don't volunteer aimlessly. Don't just say, Orifunke is working on something. Let's push. No, you need to ask yourself, okay, so how is this volunteer opportunity going to help me get the kind of jobs I want in the future? So it gives you a sense of direction, and then you know the kind of volunteer opportunities that you need. So usually volunteer and internship opportunities, they help you to develop hard and soft skills that help you grow. Okay, so another way to also know it, to also develop, some form of experience is you can start to be a freelancer, right? Of course, you have to be very, very careful because if you can, okay, let's say you want to start accounting, or you want to get an accounting job, and you have a few friends that have, that can do stuff like this. So you need to ask them, okay, can I help you do this? And it's going to be for free for now, just so that you can have the experience. Because if you do not have work experience on your side, if you have experience making things happen with people, even if they are your friends or your family members, it's going to go a long way. So I'm going to skip on networking because networking is crucial. I'm going to speak on visibility. Please, nobody will give you a job if they cannot see you. This is the last thing I'm going to be talking about. So you need to learn how to be visible. Be visible online. Some of you don't have LinkedIn accounts. Your social media account is non-existent. The only thing you basically do is just scroll through. You don't even comment on other people's posts so that they can see you and then you can be visible. That's not how life works. And then you're looking for a job. So you don't send them a message on Facebook, and they've never seen you before, and then you expect that they are going to help you. How does that work? I mean, are you using jazz? It doesn't work that way, okay? So it's important for you to be visible, okay? Instead of, okay, there's the part of packaging your CV, that is overflowed. But you need people to see that you have the potential that they need. So please get your social media platforms in order so that when people know you, they can easily recommend you for opportunities. My first job and my second job came from, in fact, all my jobs actually have come from recommendations, and that's why I find it hard to apply for, because all of them have come from recommendations. Somebody seen what I do on social media, and I said, okay, Orifunke can do this thing. I don't know if she has done something like this before, but she can do it, and that's really how it works. Even when I didn't have some tangible out of school or post university experience, somebody just felt, Orifunke she talks like this, she does this, she does this. She should be able to do this, and that's what it means, because a lot of times you need perception. People need to have the right perception of you to be able to recommend you for opportunities. So please stop hiding online. Please, let's see you. Talk about what you know. Talk about what you have learned. Talk about your experiences. So online, everywhere, and that's how you get visible. And I want to believe that I apologize for taking I think I've taken 10 minutes extra, but I am very, very sure that this is going to work. So thank you very much for having me, Henry. I think we'll take questions and answers now. Okay, so thank you very much. Okay, so if you have any questions and answers, you can. I think I lost Henry. I think we lost Henry. So you can, you can start dropping them, and I'll answer.
Hello.
Hi,
Can you hear
Victoria.
me?
Yes, I can. I
Amazing,
can.
amazing section. So I'm going to stand in for Henry because I don't know what happened. Probably his network. I was not supposed to
Okay.
show my face, but I
It's
just
fine.
had
It's
to
fine. Good to
step
see you,
in. Thank you
Nigeria.
so much. Yes, and I mean it's such an amazing 1 hour. It's been an overdose of value. I was like, oh my god, she's just pouring a lot, guys. I
Thank
want to see in the
you.
comments a fire sign. All the loves you can drop. I want to see it right now. Let her feel it. Funke, can you
Thank
see
you.
the comments? Can you read the
Yeah.
comments?
Okay, so there, I think my network is a bit it's lagging, but I can. You're going to come. Okay, I can see comments. Comments, yeah.
Okay, great. Yes, so I
Thank
want all
you.
of you to please tell her how amazing she is, and then I just dropped her Instagram handle. Go and show her love. I mean, go and follow her. Celebrate her, and please, do you want to briefly talk about any resource that you may have? Because I know that you shared a lot, and we've gotten a lot of value, but I'm certain there's still more. If you have any book, we could refer to.
Okay, so I have a free ebook, but you would get it if you go to my Instagram handle. You just click on the link in my bio. I have a free ebook on the art of social writing. So it's going to you learn how to write for social media there. You learn how to write for social media.
Mm,
Also, please follow
amazing.
Graduate Mentor Africa because I mean I'm working on some mentorship sessions coming up for a few people. So just follow so you're up to date. Yeah.
At Graduate Mentor Africa, is that what you said?
Yes, yes,
So I
Graduate
can put
Mentor
it up.
Africa. Yes.
Okay, so let me just put it up so that they would follow.
All
Amazing.
right.
This is really amazing. I'm so, so grateful. And I mean, the whole lot from this comment is really blazing. I can see that they've gotten lots of value. We had about 400 people watch live.
Oh wow.
And I'm
Thank
sure
you.
that, yes, so we're going to have more of that number catch the replay. More people definitely are going to. I'm seeing 400. I'm certain that it's usually triple of it when I eventually go off. The figures do not do justice enough. But I want to say thank you so much, guys. I want all of you to go and follow her at Graduate Mentor Africa and Orifunke. I'm going to be sending the profile link on the Telegram channel. Bombard
Okay.
her with love and thank you. Let people know that she has done a whole lot. And on behalf of
Thank
Skill
you.
Factory Africa and every one of us, want to say thank you and God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
for
you
being
for
part of
having
this
me.
and committed
Thank
to
you.
young Africans. Thank
Thank
you. Do you
you.
have any final
Thank
words so
you.
we can just leave from there?
Okay, so one thing I want to say, sometimes even after having all of these things in place, you might not it might seem like it's a hard work to get a job, but please don't give up. Don't stop, putting
Mm,
yourself out there. Don't stop
mm,
asking questions. Don't stop shooting your
mm,
shot. I always say that you lose
mm-hmm,
100% of the shots you don't shoot. So even if you think you're not going to
mm,
reply, at least shoot it. Okay,
mm,
at least shoot that
mm.
shot because you really don't know which one is going to enter. So yeah, that's it.
Abby, exactly. Amazing. Thank you so much. And we've come to the end of this amazing section. We have one
Thank
more for day
you.
one, which is happening by 8 o'clock. We'll drop the link. Everyone, do well to join in live. But meanwhile,
Thank
thank you so
you.
much, Refund Care. God
Thank
bless
you.
you. I mean, I'm sending all the
Thank you.
love
God bless
here.
you.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye. Thank you. Oh my God. I mean, we've had four powerful sections. Four powerful sections. I'm sorry I had to stand in for Henry because of the network, but we have to go now. Thank you so much for watching. Do well to look out for the link by 8 o'clock as we have the final section for today. All right, to see you by 8. God bless you
Yeah.
all. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Victoria. Thank you very much, everyone. Yes. Thank you.